Hello and welcome to the Truly Bedrock Rundown. I'm your friendly neighbourhood shepherd Tamer. Jessie B isn't available this week, having caught another dose of the IRL bug again. Big thanks to our scriptwriting team as well as our editor CTClunker. So, I'm here to give you the weekly rundown of all the trials and tribulations that occurred on the Truly Bedrock realm this week. Starting with Foxy, who, after a quick visit from Mr. Onion, he discovers that the previous Nether portal has been moved to another location. Foxy decides to retaliate to this outrage by building another portal to the shopping district. After completing the extra portal, both Foxy and Slack dig out a huge area at the shopping district, as well as a storage system underneath. Foxy wraps up this week with yet another visit from Mr. Onion.
Yes, we're having a deal from now until June the 28th. Buy one, get one free on the rock.
Have you seen my stickers?
No, I haven't seen your stickers, buddy. You dropped them when you died earlier. Okay. This is not a good time for. Yeah.
Why is Mr. Onion here? Hello, Mr. Nuttall. It has been a long time since I have seen you. It is nice to finally see you on the Truly Bedrock realm. I have been helping Mr. Slacklist. Oh, sorry, my friend. I have been helping Mr. Slacklist to with his money problems. I have been getting him lots of items by buying the pebbles for him.
Rogue Fox does some end raiding for the shopping district this week. Still having the urge to explore, Rogue raids and loots a guardian temple.
Okay, and they do have thorns? Let's go. I am ready. I'm so ready for this. I wonder if I can do this in one take. Oh, look how slow that swings. There is two.
Feeling a new surge of energy from his successful raids, Rogue tracks down a hidden treasure map and goes on a treasure hunt. Rogue then started on a huge project. We can't wait to see how it unfolds. Rogue then designs himself a cobble generator. No more strip mining for this guy.
So we need to do this, and it looks like I'm gonna need a little bit more space off the backside here. But for now, let's go ahead. And I guess, since we're making this our actual build, it's not a temporary build, we can go ahead and just make it nice and pretty.
He then decides to start on a community park, and in no time at all it is complete. I guess you could say building it was a walk in the park. That's still a funny joke, right?
We do need to fill in this area a bit, but if we take a little walk through our park area, yeah, I really love this tree. This tree is meh. That needs some work. I like the way this tree came together. And then this tree, yeah, that's a little too Minecrafty looking. I might have to fix that one up.
Zap starts out his week by exploring the community build area and admires all the wonderful builds in that area. After explaining the plans he has for a build, Zap breaks ground on the build atop a nearby hill.
So here's the start of it. This is just kind of the first layer. Wanted to look at it from the top of a pillar, bring you guys in, show you what we got going on so far.
After building for quite some time, Zap decides to give his mind a break and digs out a chunk at his base in exchange for the items at the Freelance Tavern. Zap wraps up his week by completing his windmill build.
We'll take one final look at it in the distance. Oh my goodness, it turned out so amazing. I'm so happy with this project. Please, input, guys. What do you think? How did it turn out?
Or you could even rename the server after me. You could call it Truly Onion.
Truly Onion.
Good. I am going to go up the elevator.
No.
Don't worry, I have got this.
No,
I can make it all the way to the top very quickly by going in the... Oh dear.
Slack starts off his week by striking a deal with Mr. Onion to help buy out as many shops as possible. I guess that's one way to get rid of the competition.
What are you doing here? You're following me again? You do not trust me with your diamonds?
After that, Slack helps Foxy make another portal at the shopping district, which they link up in the Diamond Alliance's end shop. Slack also adds some new bargains to the end shop, none of which use the Pebbles currency, which isn't really much of a shocker. Then, the duo gets interrupted by a special surprise.
Explain this. back to me.
You know
buddy.
what? You know what, everybody? I think that's where I'm just about going to wrap up today's episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like.
Back.
If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Oh God, he's right behind me. And I will catch you next time. Goodbye.
Zloy begins this week by meeting with Tom and convincing him to switch over to the Pebble currency system in hopes of putting everyone else out of business.
Completely dump off the diamond thing. Pebbles.
You do realize that this means that these doofuses just won't be able to buy anything from you.
Yeah. I have a truck over at Slack's place too. I'm gonna go change the prices.
Ooh.
Right in his base.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so I crashed a truck into his base.
Zloy then visits Tiz's shop to do some grocery shopping. Following that, he then gets to work on a second floor for the bank to make it more business-like than before. And in the process of building this new business room, Rogue Fox and Tom show up to investigate what the fuss is about. And finally, the new business room gets completed in the bank. Time to roll in more dollars.
Was chat, mind you, he's just visiting and Rogue Fox showed up to check out the new room. Yeah, I'll talk about design choices over here tiny bit later. Right now, I'm just waiting for Rogue Fox to put away his armor. Just so I can get a screenshot of him in front of the whiteboard, because he's the most businessy looking one. It's perfect. He's pointing with a stick.
Miss Daphne begins this week by working on her Nordic town by expanding and building more Nordic style houses and buildings. And after some hard work Nordic style, Daphne welcomes the new addition builds to her Nordic town.
I'm super happy with how this has all come together, and it's actually coming out quite nice. It's going to be one of my favorite houses of the city so far. So, I mean, look at all this room too. I mean, we will eventually do a lot of interior work, but that'll be, in due time. But for the most part, I'd rather get all these houses built up and get these roads fixed. And also, I definitely want to work out this terrain because it's looking really disgusting.
Then, Daphne heads to the shopping district, where she finds a rather alarming sight at an aqua shop from Prowl. #blame Prowl is still necessary. Daphne then decides that Prowl's abandoned shop needed to be bulldozed, as it has a hazard to the surrounding shops. And after dealing with Prowl's shop, Daphne heads back to her Nordic town and starts making the surrounding area look more spiffy and majestic.
Oh yes, cool. So can I get over here without trampling? Oh, almost trampled that. Let's go like this, and then go like this, and then we can put the lanterns. That's not a lantern. There you go, just something simple like that, right?
Liara began this week by loading up a special biome tool to show how easy it is to locate certain points in Minecraft. Then she shares her personal thought on how to get the best out of raiding an ocean monument.
1, either a respiration helmet or a potion of water breathing. You're going to need to be down there for at least about 90 seconds at the very beginning without there being any conduit power, so yeah, one of those is ideal. 2, really, preferably Depth Strider. It's not necessary, but it's so useful in the game as a whole. You really just get it, please. You'll love yourself for it. 3, a bed somewhere nearby that you can set your spawn at, just in case. 4, a conduit. I mean, that's what the entire technique is to begin with, so conduit.
She then dives straight in to raid the ocean monument, no questions asked. After the raid, she heads to the shopping district, where she discovers Daphne's aqua shop, Aqua Wonders.
But along the way I spotted this. Welcome to Aqua Wonders. Guys, don't let me forget to go look up how to do the pretty text, since it's not die on this version. But yeah.
Cuban starts this week by making a trip to the end to respawn the dragon for an epic fight, but of course a glitch then happens, causing the dragon to be invincible. #blame Prowl once again.
The cages around him, which I think is that one. Of course. Hopefully I can shoot you. There we go, and you. Maybe, probably from above. There we go. Now that's all of those. Now we just need to take Mr. Dragon out. Man, this was just too easy. Come on, Ender Dragon.
After leaving and dealing with the dragon, Cuban heads out in search of End Islands to raid, and after deciding to take the easy way back, Cuban then shows us all of his loot gained from the raids. Definitely got his fair share.
More armor, some more horse armor, and, you know, of course, elytras. Tons of different tools, too, that I could probably put together again to make some more backup tools. This was the main reason why I'm kind of glad I decided to do the in-raid, even though I couldn't kill the Ender Dragon, was just, you know, I kind of can get some backup gear now, so this way I don't have to worry too much if I do kind of, you know, fall in lava or die by an Ender Dragon, you know?
Once again, he heads back to the end to hopefully take care of the glitchy dragon once and for all. And to wrap up his week, Cuban reads off a comment from the comment library.
Don't blow fire at me. And you had to fly away. I don't have my bow. Are you gonna come after me? No, but that fire is. Ow. Yeah, definitely need to stay away from that fire. Oh, there he's trying to throw fire at me again. Come on, just need a few more hits on you. There you go, there you go. We got this, we got this. And yes, score!
Silent starts out his week by doing some improving to his mob grinder room. Silent then gets to work on making a massive storage to help him keep all the loot he gets from his farms organised. To finish the storage building, Silent adds some nice decorations.
Side of this thing, and as you can see, it is looking pretty snazzy in here. As soon as you walk in, you're head height with the top layer of chest, and you can actually see some of that dirt in the background. Gonna need to go replace that back wall of some stone, but yeah, this room looks pretty fancy. I'm kind of liking it. Of course, once we fill in all the items, it's gonna have a lot more, you know, character to it. And then I also put in some of these little bits in the walls just to give it a little bit more detail.
He then decides he wants to terrorize the rest of the whitelist with deadly fireworks and crossbows, but first he needs to gather up gunpowder. And after some creative testing, Silent finally designs a rocket, which he tests out on Tom. To wrap up his week, Silent crafts the laggiest rocket ever.
The entire screen. So then we're gonna use 8 of these on a single rocket, or 7 of these stars on a single rocket, and that is going to give us the laggiest item because it will have the most MBT data to it. So let me get crafting. Okay, so here we go. We have 7 of these things. As you can see, it's already very laggy just from trying to disperse it around, and that's that is actually ridiculous. Look at that, completely fills up the entire screen. Like, I can't even get the whole thing. There we go. That's actually ridiculous. I love that. Time, that would be amazing if I could. So let's fly off of this real quick. I did make some actual proper rockets so we can fly around this thing. And we're just gonna see what's up. Incoming. Don't die. Oh, he's not up there. Oh, where's he at? Oh, that makes it interesting. Oh, there he is. We got him. We got him. Yep, and more incoming. Oh, these ones, okay, they don't shoot very far, do they?
Speaking of Tom, Tiz works out a way to smelt all the iron gear he has got from his iron farm, and after that he expands his tractor beam into the freshly dug hole he just made. He then puts out an advertisement at the Freelance Tavern, hoping somebody will be enticed to help dig out his pit.
To get people to help mine out our area, so we're gonna put a pick in there. We're gonna put half stack of diamonds. We're gonna put a stack of iron. Didn't want to get snuck up on by mobs. But yeah, I put some stuff in here. Look, we've got a diamond pick. Has efficiency 5, mending, fortune, and breaking. Left a stack of iron, half a stack of diamonds, and we're gonna do another one like that too. So we'll throw pick, stack of iron, half a stack of diamonds, and I've got this book. So let's go in here. It says, Tom is digging a massive hole over at his base. If you have the time and would like to claim the rewards, then dig a 16 by 16 chunk down to bedrock for him.
After finally figuring out a loading system for his newly built 60 furnace smelter, Tiz gives it a test run.
See exactly how long it takes to cook that much stuff? So we can get an idea how much we can cook in an hour if we really wanted to. Look, the switch, they all go off. And why is this one not working? Why is that not getting fuel? That too is not getting fuel. It's all the ones by the torches. That is not a good start. So these torches, something here is locking out these furnaces. And I think it is these torches right here. This torch is for one, locking out these hoppers, and it's powering this block, which is locking out these hoppers.
Tragedy strikes Tiz this week, seeing as his trucking HQ gets wiped out by a piece of falling moon. After recovering maps of all the areas that he has pranked, Tiz finishes off his week by reading a bunch of comments.
That's Slack's base. I had to get a picture of it. I don't have an item frame on me now, do I? No. That is so cool. I was hoping it would cover the whole map, but it doesn't. Also, he has a little hole there, look. Which I didn't realize when I was over there. I love it. He's chunk aligned it as well, look. It meets perfectly with the edges.
After heading to the shopping area to check the stock at his shop, Prowl begins to lay out a border around his base. Afterwards, he completes the entrance to his base area, and after a lot more base building, Prowl begins to add on to his trading hall.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish these towers off before we do the roof. That way, it can all be done at the same time, and we can make sure it all looks right together.
Prowl wraps up this week by visiting various locations around the realm to make sure they were all safe. Some of them were not.
New shop that was put up by Daphne. So it is a beautiful shop, but as you can see, look at this. Just emerging somebody into water the second they enter your shop. This is not safe at all.
Well, that's all for this week. If you enjoyed this week's rundown, please consider dropping us a like and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to follow us all on Twitter and join our Discord. Those are the places we post all of our updates. And if you haven't already, be sure to go back and watch the full episode from the creators, as we only slightly touch on them. Until next week, goodbye.